we're at the Billy Goat Trail, which is one of my favorite trails in the area. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through Mather Gorge, where the Piedmont and the coastal plain meet. And we're going to go through the different types of rocks that are there, which are metamorphic rocks like sandstone and mudstone that have been metamorphosed. And then go through the Mather Gorge, through these different rocky islands. And I'll take you on one of the rocky islands. And then we're going to go to this Great Falls overlook, which is right here. And you can actually follow this trail all the way up to Cumberland, Maryland, and West Virginia. So hope you enjoy. The C&O Canal. It runs alongside the Potomac River, and it was once used for navigation and bringing goods from the Midwestern United States to the East Coast. And so some of the ways that the rivers are important are for protection of aquatic life, and then also for navigation, and then also for clean drinking water. And the Potomac River meets all these different needs. Hi everyone, can you hear that sound? Listen closely. Those are spring peepers, and do you see those little guys moving in the water? Those little frogs, basically, they mate during this time, and they make those noises. They come out in spring, and they do what's called the Liebesspiel. I don't know if anybody's taken German. The Liebesspiel means love play. And they do this, they make these sounds, and then they do this love play, Liebesspiel, and then that's how they mate. This is a backwater area on the C&O Canal, and this is a prime spot for these little spring peepers. But it's one of the most beautiful things in the spring to hear the spring peepers come out and make these little noises. And this is one of the reasons why habitat, not just within the river, but outside the river, is so important. Here you can see in the C&O Canal a great blue heron, and you can also see, it looks almost like algae. That's what's called Lemna minor, it's duckweed, and that provides food for fish, and the great blue heron's hunting right now. You can also hear a helicopter in the background. Oh, there he goes. The helicopter is looking for a missing person. Sometimes rivers are unpredictable and people get hurt. And so it's important to realize that when you're This is one of my favorite hiking trails. It's along the Billy Goat Trail, and you can see the search and rescue team down below looking to help someone. But it's important to point out the geology of the river as well. And so if you look, you can see there's metamorphic rocks. There's sandstone and mudstone that was metamorphosed, and you can see and look around the gorge. This is what's called Mather Gorge, and it's where the Piedmont and the coastal plain meet. The Piedmont has harder rocks, the coastal plain has softer rocks, and so when they meet, because of the weathering and the susceptibility of erosion and the differences between the metamorphic or the harder Piedmont rocks and the softer coastal plain rocks, you get these series of waterfalls up along the East Coast, along this Piedmont coastal plain boundary. A saying that says, in the confrontation between the rock and the river always wins. And this is an example of the river eroding through rock. You can see that basically on both sides of this rock, the river's cut through this big gorge. And so that's an example of how over time, consistently as the water flows, it cuts through rock, forming these geologic features. And here you can see lichens on the rock as the rock breaks down because of mechanical weathering and because of physical weathering. It releases nutrients and ions into the surface of the rock that plants can take advantage of, microbes can take advantage of, and when they grow, they secrete organic acids, and then they break down the rock further, contributing to the formation of soils. And you can see these soils forming right here. And then eventually these soils that form from bare rock, they actually give way to being able to support trees. Isn't that cool? And then you have a forest that forms. So it all starts with the rock and the water, and then in the lichens, and then the soil forms, and then these trees form or can grow, and that's what we call ecological succession.